Hi guys, this is going to be a short video just to assist some of you and give you some citation support. I know that across the board this is something we're struggling with, especially when it comes to parenthetical citations. So I just wanted to give you guys the opportunity to have this short video to kind of just be a refresher. I know that Miss Blanche did a lot of this with you guys, but I always think that when you notice something's going wrong, especially if it's across the board, it's time to have this kind of refresher for everybody. So the format that we use is MLA, which stands for Modern Languages Association. What's in a style, and this is where you guys need to begin. So when it comes to a paper format, you need to make sure you have a header, the title, and quotation format. Your citation sources must be parenthetical citations, which are in-text citations, which we'll talk about a lot today. And you also need to include a works cited page. So this is just a sample essay beginning in MLA format. Just take an opportunity to look at the format, and we will go over on the next one just kind of a few things that we need to point out. As you can see here up in the right-hand corner, it says Sample 1. At the top of every paper that you write in MLA format, your last name and the page number needs to be included. On the left-hand side, we have the header. The header should include your first and last name, your instructor's name, which in this case is going to be Mrs. Young, your class and period, which is American History, period 1. Some of you who are period 2, period 3, that format should remain the same. American History, PD, period, and the number. And last, you must include the date. It should include the day, the month, and then the year. I know this is confusing because it's not generally the way that we write the date. It's not how I write it on the board. It's not how you guys write it on homework assignments, but this is how you write it in MLA format. Now, as far as the title should be centered, and you should use capitalization. Now, with that being said, some of you like to include bold text, big letters, throw in an italics. That's not the case. The title should be the same format, the same size, the same font as the rest of your essay, which, as you notice, is Times New Roman 12-point font. I'm going to leave this up just for another second for you guys to take a moment, or you can pause it and take a look at it. That's probably it's probably a better option for you. So here are some things to keep in mind. Everything in MLA format should be double spaced. It's not triple spaced. That's not 2.3. It's 2.0, double spaced. I know some of us, and I'm guilty of doing this when I was in school as well, so I get it, of fudging that space just a little bit to make your paper seem longer. Don't do it. When I download it on my computer, it's something that I can easily see. So just don't do it. Use, again, 12-point Times New Roman font. You must use 1-inch margins on the top, bottom, and both sides. This is another thing that if you skew, it makes your paper look longer. Don't do it. Again, we have access to be able to check the margins, and I just don't want to have to go through that. Save me the hassle, please. No personal pronouns such as me, I, we, or you. A lot of us are guilty of using personal pronouns, and it's the one thing that we really have to be mindful, even if that means you have to go through your essay and do that Control F or Control Find and just look for those personal pronouns to make sure you can change the sentence to make sure that you can remove that from your essay. And you also cannot have contractions such as can't, couldn't, or won't. You actually need to spell it out. Cannot, could not, will not. These are things that we need to practice more and more every day. So just keep these things in mind. If you want to even take a snapshot of this and put it somewhere and keep it safe. This is definitely a good reminder for you guys. Now, citing sources. I truly, truly love this cartoon. What do you mean all facts are wrong? I copied everything right off the internet. Yeah, that doesn't work out here, and I'll tell you why. So basics for citing electronic sources, and this is going to seem super overwhelming, so just bear with me. I promise I will get you through it. The format that you will use is right here. So you have the author, title of the container or self-contained if book, other contributors, translators or editors, the version or the edition, like maybe the edition is the first edition, volume 2. You'll write the publisher, the publication date, location, whether that was written in New York or something like that. The second container's title, other contributors, version, number, publisher, publication date, location, date of access, if applicable. Super overwhelming, and I don't expect you to know how to find all of those things. Below is an example of what a true MLA format citation looks like. And as you can tell, there isn't actually an author on this page, so it goes straight to the title. Oftentimes when we don't have a title of from a website or something like that, it's okay. And we have different web sources to help you kind of compute and create a citation and work around the fact of not having an author or maybe not having a publication date. Those things are okay. So here is my example. So from the New York Times, I found an article called Trump's Tariffs Prompt Global Threats of Retaliation. As you can see, at the very top, we have the citation, I'm sorry, not the citation, the link. This is going to be super helpful. You're going to want to copy this. We have the title, and then we have the author and the publication date. So this was just published on March 2nd. Now, for quick citations, you're going to want to use the citation machine or EasyBib. And I know Miss Blanche uses EasyBib. I'm definitely a citation machine lover. And I'm going to actually exit out of this PowerPoint really quickly to take you through how to use citation machine. So bear with me. I'm going to minimize out of this. So if we go, here's my the website that I was just telling you about. If I copy the link and I go to citation machine, and I apologize, let's just do it. Let's go backwards, and I apologize, guys. So let's go in here, citation machine, okay? Right here, it's the first thing that pops up. It formats and generates citations, and that includes parenthetical citations. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click MLA format, and then it'll automatically populate for the website. What I do in this link is I then paste the title, and then I search websites. Oopsies. So that's not what I want to see. Let's try this one more time. Oh, there we go. Not sure what I did there. And again, that happens. Sometimes it's going to tell you citation not found, but you just have to try again. So right off the bat, I see the title, Trump's Tariffs Prompt Global Threats of Retaliation, and we just went over that the author was Anna Swanson. So I know this is it. So once I click select, it'll tell me here's what they found. We could not find a publisher or a sponsor, which is fine. If I click final step, it's going to go over some of the things that are necessary. So the title, contributors, website, publisher / sponsor, which is New York Times, URL, and the electronically published date. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create citation. And actually, before I do that, sometimes when you use Citation Machine, the author does not populate right away. So in this section, so sometimes you might have to add a contributor or actually manually put in their name, and that requires you to do a little bit of digging on the website. And I know that's something that we all hate to do. It's more work for you, but I promise you it's going to get you out of trouble for later and keep you away from getting in trouble for plagiarism. These are also things that you can fill in, so if it doesn't automatically populate for you, it's absolutely something you can put in on your own. So now I'm going to create citation, and it populates a citation right there for me, which is perfect. I have the author, the title, the publisher, and then I have the date as well. So I can copy and paste that, check for paper errors, whatever I need. You'll also see right here, it says parenthetical, which I've been screaming at you guys in class, and little did I know it's something that you really haven't necessarily touched on when using a website. It's mostly been when quoting a textbook or a novel or something like that with Miss Blanche. So with me, a lot of what we're going to be doing with the current events and Socratic seminars are going to be, you guys are going to be pulling from different articles. So what you're going to do is you're going to click this parenthetical citation, and voila, you literally have a parenthetical citation right there. It is that easy. So there we go. So right now, my final step in citation, now I have my parenthetical citation and I have my works cited citation. Now there's a few things when citing information. Now, if I were to say, according to Anna Swanson, this new tariff is going to cause a great deal of retaliation, period. I do not actually have to include a parenthetical citation at that point. However, if I pull a direct quote or I am summarizing information from the article and putting it in my own words, however, it's information from that article, at the end of that sentence, I must include a parenthetical citation. Again, what to do if you don't know the author? You put the title of the work in quotation marks instead of the author. That just says. Then you place the title in quotation marks within the parentheses. So for example, based on the article that we've been talking about, if Anna Swanson's name was not on the article, you would put Trump's tariffs prompt global threats of retaliation in quotation marks and then put that into parenthetical citations. Whether you are directly citing an article or whether you're taking information or statistics from an article and putting in your own words, you must give credit to the author. So I would make sure that when in doubt, you ask me. You know my email, you know where my room is. Just don't wait till the last minute. Just like you guys and your extracurricular activities, hey, I'm over here coaching track and field, and we all have our own lives. So make sure you come see me. You know when your check-in date is for Socratic Seminar, and if you want to have me take a look in detail at your citations, I will absolutely do that for you. Just utilize me as a resource, utilize Citation Machine as a resource. Check your sources, make sure the information is correct, and you have me, you have Miss Blanche. After watching this video, if you still have questions, please feel free. We can talk about it more, and I hope that this is a resource and helpful to you all. Have a great day, and I can't wait to see you guys in class. Bye-bye.